Welcome back, True Seeker. Viral in the news is the deadly flash flooding in Spain that's killed over 200 people. And let's talk about familiar patterns. The last time we talked about weather warfare was with Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. And the big number we talked about was 83. So guess what number we're talking about here? This flash flooding began October 29th, 2024, a date with 83 numerology. Again, you get that value by adding 10 plus 29 plus 20 plus 24, which again equates to 83. And in the Bible, Genesis 8:3 is where the biblical flood ends. The other number we talk about with flooding all the time, even more so than 83, is 52. And we're going to get to why the 52-year-old prime minister in Spain also matters in this. It's absolutely perfect, as we'll get to. But if you're new here, the thing you must know, something I wrote a book about nearly a decade ago, is weather warfare and how learning the Kabbalistic code of letters and numbers, you can see through all of this. And for anyone out there going, well, why would you be looking at English when we're talking about Spain? The answer is simple. The people who are behind this, as we'll get to for the millionth time, are the Jesuits. The first act of weather warfare was admitted to in 1952 on the Jesuit order's birthday. The Jesuits were created in the 16th century in response to Martin Luther penning the 95 Theses on October 31st. But again, in the end of the 16th century, the century of the Jesuits' establishment, they gave us the 26-letter English alphabet as we know it at the same time the Gregorian calendar rolled out, named after the Pope. And of course, Pope does have that Gematria going with the 52-week year. But again, the first act of weather warfare was admitted to on the Jesuit order's birthday, August 15th, 52. We'll bring that up in a moment. Again, the practice of coding numbers into words is gematria. And in the English language, which is the language of the world synced up with the calendar, this is a system. In this encoding system of the English language, there are four base ciphers: the alphabetic order with numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with numerology. And you can see the words flood, earth, Enlil, devil, they're all the same in nearly all four ciphers. The one difference is flood is 20 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse with numerology, whereas everything else is 29. Kind of like how this started on the 29th of October. But again, it started on a date with 83 numerology, and it started perfectly synced with the 52-year-old leader of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, the prime minister. Notice the reporting says where the majority of deaths happen, the hardest hit region, they refer to it as the Valencia region. The Valencia region, the hardest hit where the majority of deaths are. From his February 29th birthday, born on the leap day in 72, it's interesting because 72 is very special to the Jesuits. It's not arbitrary that we got the first Jesuit pope on the 72nd day of the year, but we'll skip that for now. But from his birthday to this ritual was 243 days later, Valencia region 243. And also from the Jesuit order's birthday, which is the anniversary of the first act of weather warfare, which happened 72 years ago in 1952. This flooding began on the 76th day of the Jesuit order's age, Spain 76. And again, if you missed out on what happened with Milton and Helene, Milton equaled 83, made landfall on 83 date numerology. Whole lot of 83s with Milton. And before that, Helene formed on the anniversary of JFK's weather control speech, 83 days before the Pope's birthday. And a lot more to that as well. But yet again, same old numbers. So my condolences to the people in Spain. And again, you guys, if the world doesn't learn about what's really going on and how the military is controlling the weather, and really everyone should know this. I mean, JFK gave a speech to the United Nations about the future of weather control September 25th, 1961. So we just passed the 63rd anniversary this year. That was the day Helene formed, 83 days from the Pope's birthday, which did crazy flooding damage all over the place. But again, if people don't learn about what's going on, let's not forget it was shortly after that Lyndon Johnson said, who controls the weather controls the world. If people don't realize that the weather is under military control, and it is, and it's being used by the psychopathic bankers who, through every act of warfare, make money. Again, weather warfare is very profitable to these people because the central banks that Spain uses will go to the bankers for a loan to, help with the damages, and that's profit for these people. And that's why they say all wars are bankers' wars, and it's why over here in the U.S., Eisenhower, as he stepped out of office, said, listen, there's this thing called the military-industrial complex, and if it's not stopped, it's going to grow to be beyond your worst nightmares. I mean, we're looking at it, and most people don't even know what they're looking at. I think it's climate change. Yeah, take another look. Take another look at what's going on in the world. Climate change, while they do tic-tac-toe patterns in your sky and continue to build technology like HARP and developed the technology back in the 40s during the time of Project Curious, putting dry ice and silver iodide in the sky to bring the floodwaters this thing serves many agendas for these people. It's wealth, it's power, it's control. It's destroying people's property so they can buy it back on pennies on the dollar. It's population control. And again, a lot of us are going to experience this if we haven't already before we're out of here. This stuff's happening more and more frequently. But again, sorry to the people of Spain, and humanity's got to wake up. Until next time, Truth Seeker.